Morning, guys. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training. Saturday morning, we got a little different itinerary today. We're heading to the hood. We're going to Compton to South Bay Malinois, and he's got a seminar they're putting on with a guy by the name of Charlie Randolph. That's a really good decoy, and he's more towards higher end applications. So you're doing muzzle work, you're doing underarm sleeve work, real deployment of the canine, some pressure. This is going to be some advanced dogs, those that think they have a dog worthy of this, and I'm hoping that Joker is. I think he's pretty well ready for it, but it's going to be interesting. This is a sort of decoy that's going to put some pressure on him, take him through the paces. His evaluation and his assessment of where the dog's at is one of the biggest values that I'll get out of this weekend, right? A lot of times I go out and I work with a lot of the guys that are doing sport, and they're not really into the higher orientation as far as muzzle work and underarm sleeve work and some of the applications that I would really like to do. It's not that they're not qualified, but a lot of times they're just so busy and they're into what they're into that they're not willing to stop and give me the time. And then when you get into this stuff, there's a reason law enforcement does it, because it's their life on the line. You know, if their dog doesn't follow through and do the job that he's supposed to be doing, it could cost them their life or their dog's life. You know what I mean? Because you're talking, you know, suspects that are piped up on drugs, knives, guns, etc. And the dog's got to really understand how to fight and drive through fight and have that tenacity in that regard, right? He's got to be mentally confident to feel like he can kick the bad guy's ass. It's not a game anymore. It's not on the sport field, right? So that being the case, that's what I'm into. You know, reality's always been something that I've really been into a lot more, and that's kind of why I'm bending towards law enforcement applications. So this is one of those gentlemen that are going to be able to give us that type of application in the work and do it in such a way that's not going to blow the dog out of the water. I mean, it's his experience and ability at what he does that really makes it worth the while, because he's going to be able to give me, again, that assessment, that analyzation of where my dog's at, critique that. I love the way they kind of promote this. And I'm looking at a guy in Texas that's really heavy into this. It's a law enforcement application. And leave your ego at the door, and leave your feelings at the door. In other words, you're going to get out there and you might get bruised, you know what I mean? If my dog's not worthy of it, I might have to get told that my dog's not worthy of it and suffer that pain and anguish in that regards, right? So that saying is very apropos. You leave your feelings and leave your ego at the door, you know? Because in this application, when you get to this level, ego has no place. Because if the decoy is one of those type of guys, which this one isn't, I've already kind of talked to him online a little bit, is trying to stroke his ego and make himself feel good, and he's out there for himself more than he is the animals, you've got a problem. And that's why I go through, a lot of times I'm talking to you guys about being a gypsy trainer. I have to go out and find those decoys that I respect, and those trainers and decoys that I respect, that's going to be able to give me the work that I need towards building my dogs, right? And a lot of times I find the younger crowd, the younger guys, the ones that they're all out to be flashy and to stroke their egos, than they are more so than being there for the animal and for the handler, for me, you know, to make sure that they do their job in that in that vein, right? And very important. So when I go out, that's kind of what I'm doing. When I look at the decoys, I'm judging their attitude, their mental attitude, as far as how they work the dog. Are they out there for their ego? Are they out there to make themselves look flashy and look good? Are they climbing a ladder? A lot of times the younger guys are climbing a ladder. They're out to get their ego and to prove to themselves that they're going to. So I'm looking for somebody with some more maturity that's been there, done that, and he's past that phase of that growth that is part of the game that we play out here. You know, you're looking for somebody that can do the things that need to be done, that has the skills and the ability under his belt, because he's worked a lot of dogs and been out there doing it for long enough that he knows what he's doing, right? And in my respect, that's what I need. I need to be able to communicate to the decoy what I'm looking for, be honest, very self-honest. You got to be honest. You know, you got to be able to say, this is where my dog's having problems. I need help in this area. Can you help me? You know, so it's very important. You know, in my line of work and how I do and develop my dogs for myself or my customers, it's very important that I have that kind of people around me. And so you'll see me working with certain people that I trust, that I respect, and that I know will be able to give me the work that I need, right? Very important. So when you see me out there and I do a little promo reel or something and I tell you I'm working with somebody, there's a reason for it. You know, you can take it to the bank that means that person is pretty well qualified to give me the work that I need and to have his head in the right place, right? Very important, his head and his heart, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. To care about the animals, to care about their development, to care about what you're doing as a skill, to be able to build the dog, right? So I gave Charlie a little message, you know, through Messenger, and I kind of reached out towards him and told him I'd be here this weekend to work with him. And I just, in my own polite little way, I said, you know, I'm out here to build my dog, not break him down. And I was kind of poking on him and right away he goes, dude, we don't do anything but build. We don't break down anything, you know. So right away he knew where my head was at, and he gave me the right response. So that was perfect. So I'm looking forward to this. A lot to learn, a lot to grow, and to see some other good dogs, because the dogs that are going to be signing up should be those that are qualified to be able to handle it, right? I know that Psych with South Bay Malinois has Mondo, and Mondo don't play. Mondo's a nice, strong dog. He's done a damn good job building that dog. So I'm looking forward to him and some of the other dogs that are going to be out there working. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a hell of a good day. And by the way, it's my birthday. So this is my birthday present to myself, you know. Go out there and have a good day on my birthday and enjoy and do what I love to do. Couldn't have asked for a better day to do it. So it's great. I thank you guys. You guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you some other time. I'll check in after the weekend. Maybe I'll have some video for you. I thank you much. You have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.